Okay, so in this homework here, we're going to spotlight the new takeaway, which is to solve equations by factoring. So in number 2, I already have the equation set to 0, and I'm going to factor. So I see here I can take out an x from each of those terms, and maybe I can squeeze that right here. And what's left is 2x minus 3. Set each factor equal to 0, x equals 0, or x equals 3 halves. In part B, the equation is already set to 0. I can take out a GCF of x, and what's left is x squared minus x minus 6 equals 0. I'm going to continue factoring that some more by reverse FOIL or the pull down method. And it is going to work out to be x minus 3 times x plus 2. I'm going to set each of these equal to 0 and get 0, 3, or negative 2. In part C, it's already set to 0. There's no GCF. So I'm going to try my pull down method to factor this. I'm thinking here what will work is maybe 2 here and 3 here, negative 3 and plus 2, because that'll give me a negative 9x plus 2x will give me negative 7x, and that's what I have in the middle. But I'll write my binomials by going across, and I'll set each of those equal to 0. So that is x equals 3 or x equals negative 2/3. Here, I'm going to set this equal to 0 by subtracting x from both sides. I got to set it to 0 by subtracting x. I'm going to take out an x, and what's left is x squared minus 1. And then I'm going to continue factoring to x minus 1 and x plus 1 by a difference of 2 squares. And then each of these will be equal to 0 when x is 0. I'm running out of room here. X is 0, 1, and negative 1. Okay, and those are my 3 answers. What else here? This one here is a setup, number 4. I have a slope and a point, so it's y minus 2 over x minus a negative 3 equals negative 3/7. And then those two negatives will become positive and cross multiply. Some questions were down here maybe. I'm going to do f minus g of x. So I'm going to do this as f of x minus g of x. So f of x is 3x minus 5, and g is 2 minus x squared. You have to distribute that minus sign through, though. So it becomes negative 2 plus x squared. And combining like terms will give me x squared plus 3x minus 7. So now to do f at g at negative 2, I'm going to work on the inside. So g at negative 2 just means 2 minus negative 2 squared. I'm going to replace x into g with the negative 2. And negative 2 squared is 4. And 2 minus 4 is negative 2. But this function's output, which is negative 2, is now the input for f. So f at negative 2 equals 3 times negative 2 minus 5. And negative 6 minus 5 is negative 11. This down here, this notation would mean g at f at 2. So what am I going to do? Start on the inside, put 2 into f, and 2 into f is pretty easy. Is 6 minus 5, which is 1. And then I'm going to do g at 1 is 2 minus 1 squared, and that's 1. Here, I'm going to set these two functions equal to each other. And then I'm going to subtract 4x from both sides, take out an x, And then again, x is either 0. And to solve that, I'm going to add 4 and divide by 3. Okay. And I think that should help you out. Here, these are pretty old techniques. Take out an x. What's left is x squared minus 4. And that factors into x minus 2 and x plus 2. Here, this is a difference of 2 cubes. Take the cube roots of both. The sign in the middle goes in the middle. Square the x, multiply those two, but change the sign and square the last. And I think that's pretty much a good amount of review of problems for assignment number 4. Oh, one more thing on here, number 3. You need to find the slope first. So the slope is the difference in the y's over the difference in the x's. And that's -2 over -4, which is 1/2. And then the setup would be y minus 4 over x plus 6 equals 1/2, and then cross multiply and solve.